Hello, good morning children. This is MD Ramzan Bhai. Today I am going to take 10th class English from third unit C lesson. Third unit C lesson. Children, you get ready with your textbooks. That is already we have come to know A and B lessons. Now C lesson is the never nest. This is a wonderful role play. This is a one act play. This is very simple short drama. This is also. So you can see that your textbook never nest. This is a C lesson from the human relations. Those are given that unit named. Children, you come to know that the characters those are given here in this drama, short drama. Jack, a character, a person. Then Jill and Jock's wife, she is. Next, Nurse and Aunt Jane. These are four characters given to you. What are the characters? Jack, Jill is a wife of Jack. Nurse and Aunt Jane. These are the characters. So this is a wonderful drama. We can say that why, because nowadays in the society, how the human relations are tied and how we are going to live that human relations, how we are going to cut them. This was written few years ago only. The writer Cedric Mount. Cedric Mount has written this drama wonderfully by creating the characters, how the selfish people, how they are going to be in the web themselves in the family, and how they are going to utilize that what do you call that furniture and some other things. How do they buy? Not only this, according to their financial situation, how the people, family people are going to purchase the things for their home need purpose. So though they are struggling, though they are facing so many problems in the family side, people they are going to have many furniture things, but their salary, their income source, it will be very at a lower level, though they would be in comfortable life. This kind of situations we are going to say in this drama. Let me read it out. The characters those are given. Let me see that all of you get it in touch with them. Characters those are Jack, Jill, his wife, Nurse, and Aunt Jane. So scene is given to you. One scene. First scene is what is given to you. The lawns of Jack and Jill's villa at New Hampstead place that it is, and the essential furniture consists of a table on which are writing materials and two chairs. As the curtain rises, the lounge is empty. But Jack and Jill come immediately, followed by Aunt Jane. This is on the stage. The characters will come onto the stage, and one after another they come and join them. Then they are going to discuss. What is the discussion? Let us see there. Jill says, "And this is the lounge." Jill interfered with that words. Then Aunt Jane says, charming, such a cozy little room and such a pretty furniture. She told like this. Jock said modestly means in politely what he said here. "We like it, you know, handy place to sit and listen to the radiogram," he said like this. Then immediately Aunt Jane says like this. "Wow, have you got a radiogram as well as a car and a piano?" She is asking that about the furniture those are in the lawns. Not only piano is there, radiogram and piano and a car. About these things she is asking. Jack says, "Why, of course, Aunt Jane, you simply must have a radio set nowadays." That Jack told. That means nowadays it is easy to have that radio set and some other things. Then Jill says, his wife, Jack's wife, what she says, "And it is so nice for me when Jack is away at business. I even make him move it into the kitchen so that I can listen to it while I cook." That means by having the radiogram, it is easy. While she was working, she can listen the songs and some other things she can listen when her husband was away. Then Jill says, "What do you think of..." No, Jack says, "Sit down, Aunt Jane. You must be tired and we have shown you everything now," he said. Then Jill says, "What do you think of our little nest, Aunt Jane?" She asked. Jill asked her. Aunt Jane says, "I think it is wonderful, my dears. The furniture and the car and the piano and the refrigerator and the radio. What is it? It's wonderful, really wonderful," she said like this. Then Jack says, "And we owe it all to you. We owe it all to you." Who said here? Jack says like that. Aunt Jane, "Yes, Jack, that is what is worrying me," she told. Jack, "Worrying you, Aunt Jane?" He put the question mark there. Then Aunt Jane says, "Yes, that check I gave you for your wedding present, it was only £200, wasn't it?" She asked like this. "I did not put 2,000 by mistake. Instead of 2,000, she wrote it on the check 200 pounds only. This was a mistake and she did, and that is why she was saying worry. Then Jill says, why no, Aunt Jane? What on earth made you think that? He told her this. Jill, she told. Aunt Jane relieved, and she was somewhat in relief for say like this. Well, that's all right, but I still don't altogether understand this house. It's very lovely, but doesn't it cost a great deal for rent? So Aunt Jane says she was thinking house was by the rent, but Jock says rent. Wow, no, we don't pay any rent. Jock says like this. That means it is not a rent house; it is their own house. Aunt Jane says, but Jack, if you don't pay rent, you will get turned out into the street, and that would never do. You have Jill and the baby to think of now, you know. She asked the question to Jack. Then Jack says, no, Aunt Jane, you misunderstood me. We don't pay rent because the house is ours. He says very simply. That means they are not paying any rent for their house, just the house only their own. Aunt Jane, is it yours? She cried like that here in shocking. Then Jill, why yes, you just pay 10 pounds and it's yours. Jill says, Jack, you see, Aunt Jane, we realized how uneconomical, economic opposite word is uneconomical. It is to go on paying rent year after year when you can buy and enjoy a home of your own for 10 pounds and a few quarterly payments. Of course, why be Mr. Tenant when you can be Mr. Owner? Instead of Mr. Tenant, why don't we become the Mr. Owner? So children, I am going to repeat the sentence here. Aunt Jane, what she tells here. I see, yes, there is something in that. Even so, you must be getting on very well to keep up a place like this. Then Jill says, oh, he is. Aunt Jane, why? Only last year he had 5 shilling rise, didn't you, Jack? She asked the question. Then, Jill says here, Aunt Jane says, not Jill, Aunt Jane. Suddenly, Jack, I have just thought of something. That car, is it yours? She asked the question. Jill says, of course it is ours. Jack, well, no, not exactly all. Aunt Jane, how much of it? She asked the question. That means cost of the car. Jill says, oh, I should say the steering, that is the steering wheel and one of the tires and about 2 of the cylinders. But don't you see? That is the wonderful thing about it. Aunt Jane, I don't see anything wonderful about it. That means whenever she has a doubt that he explains, Jill says like this here, one of the wheel and a tire, these are the things of that one, Jill. But there is, Aunt Jane, you see, although we could never buy a car outright, we can enjoy all the pleasures of monitoring, that is motoring, not monitoring. Motoring means driving for a mere 5 pounds down. So 5 pounds down payment. With this down payment, it is easy that the car will be their own. So that is a paying installment. Aunt Jane says, and the rest by easy installments, I suppose. She told. Jill, exactly. Aunt Jane, exactly. And what about the radio? What is it? She asked. Jack, well, that is the Aunt Jane. And the piano? Aunt Jane said like that, and the piano. And Jill, well, of course, Aunt Jane. And the furniture? Then Jack says, oh, I am afraid so. Then Aunt Jane says, oh, I suppose all you want is this leg. She points to one of the furniture. Then Jill says, well, no, as a matter of fact, it is that one. She points to another. So then, Aunt Jane, and the rest belongs to Mr. Says, I suppose. Aunt Jane expected that Mr. Says is, you have to expect that. That is the financier. Who gives the finance to these people? Jill. Yes, she told Aunt Jane. Well, I am not going to sit on Mr. Says' part for anyone. She stands up. Now tell me, how much do all these installments come to? But she asks how much amount they are going to pay for these installments. Yeah, well, actually, he takes out his pocketbook and consults it. Actually, to 7 pounds 8 and 8 pence a week, he told what is the amount of that paying that installment money. Aunt Jane, good heavens, and how much do you earn? Jack says, as a matter of fact, that is 6 pounds. Then Aunt Jane says, but that is absurd. How can you pay 7 pounds 8 and 8 pence out of 6 pounds? That means their income is low income is but paying is installment. By paying installment is much amount is more than their income, more than their earning. Jack says, wow, that is easy. You see, all you have to do is to borrow the rest of the money for the payments from the Thrift and Providence Trust Corporation. So a corporation is there to pay this all installments. They will get that amount from the corporation. Again, they borrow the money. It is the meaning. Jill, they are only too glad to loan you any amount you like on a note of a hand alone. Jill says. And how do you propose to pay it back? She told. Then Jack says, oh, that is easy too. You just pay it back in installments. They will bring that amount, they will borrow the amount from the, corporation, and they will pay it by the installment. That is the thing they said. Then, Aunt Jane says, installments. She claps her hand and to her forehead and sinks back weakly into the chair. Then realizes that she is sitting on Mr. Sage's piece and jumps to her feet again with a little shriek. A loud cry sound with a sound. She jumps, she stands up. Jack says, Aunt Jane, is anything the matter? Would you like to lie down? Who said here? Jack said. Aunt Jane, lie down? Do you suppose I am going to trust myself in a bed that belongs to Mr. Says or Marks or Spencer or somebody? No, I am going home. She does not want to sit. She does not want to lie down on any furniture of that. She wanted to go home. Then Jill says, oh, must you really go? Aunt Jane, I think I would better. Jack, I will drive you to the station. Aunt Jane, why? What? Travel in a car that has only one tire and two thingammies. No, thank you. I will take the bus, she told. Thingammies meaning is given to you when the name of the object has been forgotten. Generally, that word is called thingammies. Then Jack says, well, of course, if you feel like that about it means when she wants to go. About Jane, Aunt Jane says like this, relenting a little, no, I'm sorry if I sounded rude, but really I am shocked to find the way you are living. I have never vowed a penny in my life cash down. That is my motto. Motto means a principle. And I want you to do the same. She opens her handbag. Now look, here is a little check I was meaning to give you. Anyway, she hands it to Jill. Suppose you take it and pay off for just one of your bills, so that you can say one thing at least really belongs to you. She opens the bag and she was ready to give the check, another check for them, because she does not want to see all that installments taking, and she wants that people, Jill and Jack, to have their own at least one thing. Jill says awkwardly, thank you, Aunt Jane. It is very nice of you. Aunt Jane says, patting her arm, there, now I must be going. Jill, goodbye, Aunt Jane, and thanks so much for the present. Whatever that it is given them, she thanked it for them. Jill says, goodbye, Aunt Jane, and thanks so much for the present. Then Aunt Jane says, kissing her, goodbye, my dear, she told. She and Jack go out. Jill looks at the check and exclaims like this here. And then 10 pounds. Then she hurries to the table and addresses an envelope, endorses the check and slips in inside with a bill, which she takes from the bag and seals the envelope. Then she rings the bell. In a moment, the nurse comes in with the body in her arms. This is the situation given to you, and rest of this drama, let us see that in the next video.